Good evening, Sophia Crespo.
Good evening.
Welcome back. How was your day?
I'm so
How was your day?
um it it was uh interesting. I had a lot work.
Okay.
I was send a lot of email
I was
and
sending a lot of emails.
sending
Okay.
a lot of email, and
Okay.
in
Sounds good.
general it it is the important thing.
Okay. And is it do you feel like bored during the day, or is your
No,
job like interesting?
no, my job is very interesting.
Okay.
All the people is ask a lot of things, different things
Okay.
for their church.
Okay. It's not like the same routine every day, right? Everything is
Mm-mm.
different. Okay.
Never is the same routine in my
Is
job.
okay. That's nice. So in that way, you keep yourself like interested on your job, right? And because your job is interesting.
Yes.
Good, nice. Christian, welcome back. Christian, I have and James as well. Good. Can you turn on your camera? James, can you hear me, James? James?
Puede.
Okay, James. Okay, he cannot listen. Good. So Andrea is coming. Welcome, Andrea. Andrea Rocio.
Es que llegamos a desarrollar competencias
Competences.
que no
Okay,
tienen como
good. Yes, so welcome back. So we have many things to do today. I have Jennifer. Jennifer's back. Jose Maurice and James. Yes, we're missing more, right? Right now we are like around like half of the group. Yes. So today we're gonna have a lot of you need to give me some scenarios and you need to give recommendations. Remember yesterday using should, shouldn't, all right? Or when you said, for example, like ought to or oughta. It's basically, English is about using a lot of contractions. So it's better to use, for example, it's better to use contractions when you say oughta instead of ought to. And also had better, you made the contraction and then you said you better, I better, they better. Good. For example, let me see. Let me ask someone. Good. Maurice, give us one scenario and then we need to give you some recommendations. Give us any scenario or a problem or something. Probably yours or someone else problem. Uh-huh.
Maybe when your friend asks for some advices,
Uh-huh.
I don't know, maybe with his children,
Uh-huh.
um, about, I don't know. um,
For example, let me give you a scenario. This is and give me some advices. For example, I love music, I like music, but I can't dance. What do you recommend me?
oh, cool.
Uh-huh.
You
Don't go.
should,
Uh-huh.
you should take classes,
Very good.
dance classes,
Nice.
or you should watch a lot of music videos and
Okay.
video clip.
Okay. Nice. What else, everybody? How about the rest? What do you recommend? What should I do, oughta, or better do? Uh-huh. Recommendations? Suggestions? Give me recommendations. Okay, or let me give you another scenario. I'm a very bashful person. Bashful, remember the word bashful? Bashful is like a like shy. Bashful. The word bashful. Bashful is like a very like shy, like timid, a very timid person, someone that doesn't like to talk or participate. So imagine I have this problem. I'm a very bashful person.
Es tímida, como tímida, teacher.
Tímido, yeah,
Alguien
yeah.
tímido, cohibido.
Una persona cohibida que quiere hacer muchas cosas pero no las hace por esa misma timidez, right? Sorry for the Spanish, but that's bashful. So what do you recommend me? Imagine I'm a bashful person. Actually, I am, yes. Okay, but tell me, what do you recommend me? I'm a very bashful person. For example, I don't like to talk to people. I don't socialize. I don't go to parties, but I would like to. So what do you recommend?
You speak in public.
You should remember. You should. You should speak.
In public. You sure? Public.
Speak in public.
Yes, you
Nice.
speak in public.
Nice. What else, everybody? It's open to everybody. Give me recommendations.
You're sociable.
Again?
You're sociable.
You should remember the recommendation.
sociable.
You need to go with you should.
You sure
You
sociable.
oughta. You should socialize with people. Very nice. You should socialize with people. Okay. What else? Only Kristen is giving me recommendations. How about the rest?
You should try to be member of some group.
Of a group. There you go.
Of a group, maybe to read a books.
Maybe a reading club, right? A reading club. Okay. Yes. Nice. What else?
You should get out with your friends.
You should. What is the compliment?
Get out. Salir,
you should get out with your friends. Okay. Out. Very nice. Good. What else, everybody? What other recommendations do you give me? Jamie, Eunice, Jennifer?
Maybe you should drink alcohol and then you should go to the karaoke.
Okay, you drink alcohol and then good. Yeah, you to get a lot of, and that's true, right? Some people with no alcohol, they're very quiet, they're very shy, very timid. But with alcohol, they are very dynamic, they're very active, they're very friendly, are good dancers. They're even speaking in English when they have one shot. Okay, good. What else? What other recommendations? To a shy person, what do you recommend?
You should go for a walk in the morning.
Maybe, all right. Okay, sounds good. Yes, what else? Other scenarios?
You should.
You should what? Go ahead. Oh, James is back.
Sorry, teacher.
Nice. Not a problem. And nice to have you back. So what other recommendation? Using should, shouldn't?
You should try to know other countries, other culture.
You should travel, right? And know people. Okay. Very good.
People.
Mariela, Xavier, what else? Jacqueline, Victor, recommendations. I'm a very shy person. What do you recommend me?
You shouldn't be afraid what people think about you. You are talking.
Okay, very nice. You shouldn't be afraid what people think about you. Yes, sounds good. What else?
Con todos los licenciados estuvimos mal, pero...
James, what else, James?
Oh, sorry, teacher, word.
Okay, not a problem. Yes.
You should at home have a dinner.
What is the recommendation? I have a problem. I'm a very shy person. Okay.
Okay.
So a recommendation. All right. Yes, that was just that's something that we're gonna talk in a moment. Yes. For example, let me give you a scenario. Eh, imagine that let's say that Hugo is my best friend. Well, Hugo is my friend, and I saw and his girlfriend is my friend as well. So they both are my friends, but I saw Hugo's girlfriend with another guy. Ouch, that's terrible. What should I do? What do you recommend me? What should I do? Should I tell Hugo, or should I be quiet, or should I talk to the girl? What should I do? It's an example. Tell me, what should I do? Give me some advices. Everybody, it's open to everybody. Maurice, let's say
You
Michael.
should talk to him.
Uh-huh. To
You
who?
should
To who?
talk to him.
To him. All right. I
Tell
should
the
tell him.
truth.
Tell the truth.
Yeah.
Okay, direct to the point. Good. What else? What else should
He should take he should talk with with con los dos, no, perdón,
Yeah, you should talk with both, maybe.
both,
Okay.
both.
Good point. Yes. What else, Mariela? What else?
I don't know. I don't understand the situation.
The situation, okay. Hugo is my best friend. Well, he's my friend. And his girlfriend is also my friend. But I saw his girlfriend with another man. What should I do? Should
Okay.
I tell Hugo, or should I talk to her, or should I like be quiet, or should I ignore the situation? What do you recommend
You
me,
should
Mariela? Mhm.
quiet the situation.
You should be quiet. Okay. All
No,
right.
you shouldn't
Oh, you
quiet.
shouldn't be quiet. You shouldn't be quiet. You have to tell them, right? It's your friend. You gotta tell him. Okay. Yes, it's difficult. Yes. Some situations that you don't know what to do, but what should I do? You ought to, or you better do this. All right. You better talk to him, or you better tell her. That's should. That we're gonna practice in a moment. And let me see if we can listen something. Let me see. Let me see. Everybody, did you do the exercises? No? I only received one picture, but it's okay. The idea was to practice. Just give me a moment. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, teacher, yes.
Yes? Okay, great. All right. That's nice. Thank you. Because sometimes I feel like you're not listening to me. What's that? No, that's not the one. I want to play something that is related with should. Should. No, that's not the one. This one. Hopefully it's gonna load. It's about using should. It's loading, 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 loading. Ouch, this is gonna take time. No, this is not. Sorry, this is the one that we played yesterday. Just listen to that. The use of should. Should I? Should I stay? Can you listen, everybody?
I don't listen, teacher.
I
Cannot
don't
listen?
I can't.
I don't listen.
Nothing.
No, no,
Nothing?
nothing.
No. I thought you were listening. I'm sorry then. But can you see the picture?
Pictures, yes.
Okay.
Yes, we
The
can.
music,
Only the image. Okay, I'm
the
sorry.
letter
Yes, I don't know what's going on, but then you should
on
be
the
able.
letter.
Yes, only the lyric, right? Okay, sorry for that then. It's should I is like a question. Remember that should is only with questions, right? Should I stay or should I go? Right? Should I stay or should I go? Sorry then that you couldn't listen. I thought you were listening. Yeah. Or you were even singing, but nobody was listening to it. Sorry then. Yeah, but it's just a lyric, the use of should. Should. We don't say should. Remember, never should. It's should. Should and then should I? Should we? Shouldn't. You shouldn't say that, right? You shouldn't say like that. You shouldn't behave. We're gonna talk a little bit about like etiquette. Let me see. Etiquette. I told you last time, etiquettes. What are etiquettes? Etiquettes? What are those? Let's see, Maurice, what are etiquettes?
Como una etiqueta.
Again, please.
Etiquettes. What is the meaning of etiquettes? Yes, it's just like what Christian said, but in a different context. Etiquette? What is an etiquette?
I don't know.
Let me see.
Etiquette.
Etiquette. Yeah. What are etiquettes?
Etiqueta.
And what is that?
Modales. Buenos modales.
It's like modals, right? It's like good manners. When you have good manners, for example, everybody at work in your companies, what are the things that you should do and the things that you shouldn't do, or the things that you better not do in your company? Talking about like etiquettes at work. What is that in a general way? For example, in my case, I work for I work at Speak the Academy, right? So one of the things is like I shouldn't work with the competence, with the direct competence, otherwise I will be fired. Good. I had a student that she works at I'm sorry, she works at Pepsi, right? One of the rules or etiquettes or like let's say policies that they have is like she shouldn't drink Coca-Cola, the competence, because If they realize that she's drinking Coca-Cola, she will be fired. Right? She shouldn't at all. For example, when presential classes, where we should wear formal clothes, right? And also another policy was like we shouldn't speak Spanish in classes at all, especially in intermediate or advanced levels. Spanish is not allowed. So in your companies, what are some of the policies that you have or etiquettes that you need to follow? Tell me. Have your audio ready and tell me. Yes, Mariela?
In my company, I shouldn't see social
Media, right? I shouldn't check
social,
social media
social media when work is
while
for work.
working. Yes. Very nice. What else? How about the rest? Eunice, how about you? Eunice? Hello, Eunice, can you hear me? Eunice, are you there? Maybe she's not. Okay, Irene, how about you, Irene? What are all the policies that you have? Hello? I think she's not. Yes, it's one of the requirements to have the camera and also, you know, the audio, so then we can have, because I don't know. Hello? Maybe they're not. Yeah, that's the reason why. For example, if INSA 4 like sees this like this, they will say, okay, no, the student was not in class. That's what INSA 4 is gonna say, right? Yeah, but don't worry, it's okay. Let's go ahead. We're gonna practice right now. Some recommendations. I sent you to the group some examples. Let me see. I sent you a link that we're gonna practice. Just give me a moment. Good. This one. Let me see. Adele, help me reading. Adele.
Should and shouldn't.
Should and shouldn't. Okay. Okay.
What are some things you should do when you first meet your boyfriends, girlfriends, parents? How about things you shouldn't do?
You shouldn't do. Imagine that you go to visit your boyfriend or girlfriend's parents, your parents in love, right? When you go and visit your parents for the first time, what are the things that you should do and things that you shouldn't do?
Teacher, one question.
Sure. Yes. Tell me.
Shouldn't is negative.
Negative. Yes. Correct.
Negative. Okay.
Negative. Yes. Okay. So Adele, what's one of the things that you should do when you first meet your parents in love? Uh-huh.
Mm, mm, I
Should remember should.
I should I
Uh-huh.
should give a present.
I should give a present. Okay. All right. What else?
Um, I don't know.
I don't know. We can imagine, right? Imagine this situation. You go and visit your boyfriend or your girlfriend family for the first time. What are the things that you should do or things that you shouldn't do? Okay. Do you think that you should
You
be
should
friendly or you shouldn't be friendly?
I should be friendly.
Okay, very nice. Okay,
You
what else?
should
Uh-huh,
you should wear your better dress.
uh-huh. You better dress, uh-huh. Uh-huh, you better dress what? Formal, or you better dress casual, or you better dress like informal. So what is it?
Better you should better dress formal.
Form. Okay, but remember, Mariela, when you said should, it's one recommendation. Better is another recommendation. So it's only one.
Okay.
You can say, for example, you should dress appropriate, or you better dress appropriate. Okay,
It's appropriate.
thank you. Next, let me get another one. Jacqueline, read the second question.
Okay. What are some things you should do to improve your English?
Very good. Right? We talked about this yesterday. Good. Michael, next.
What show
Should.
you
Remember,
do?
should.
What
What
should?
should? Mhm.
What should? What should you do be popular?
What should you
What
do?
should
You
you
do
do?
to be popular. All right.
Yes.
So, for
What
example,
should you do to be
nowadays,
popular?
to be popular, what are the things that we should do? What are the things that we should do? Uh-huh.
Mm,
Maybe, for example, you should be a YouTuber. YouTuber are very popular, right? Right now, yes. You should create crazy things. I don't know, right? You should have a lot of social media. Um, you should become maybe a politician. For example, they're very popular, either positive or negative. Yes. This one is really good. Let me see, Natalie. Help me with this one. Natalia, next.
What should politicians do you make your country a better place? What should
Mhm.
ordinary people do?
Exactly. It says, what should politicians, right? The government, politicians do to make this country a better place? What are the things? Can you give me some example? At least one example. One of the things that they should do to make our country a better place. Uh-huh. What could be an example? Okay.
They should create new jobs.
Very good. That's a good example. What else? Jennifer, give me an example. What should the politicians do to improve or make our country better? That's the question.
They should work in security.
There you go. Very nice. They should implement a better education. All right. Okay, good. Very nice. What else? Other solutions, other recommendations. Victor, what else, Victor?
You
They should. They should.
sorry. They should watch this motivation video. Is they happy or they
No, we're
no?
here. It says, what should politicians do to make your country a better place? So what are the things that they should do? Think, for example, what should they do to make a country a better place? There are many things that we need to improve. For example, they better increase salary, or they better not. What do you think? They better increase or they better not?
I don't know, teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I understand
You don't understand the question, but
yeah.
the question is like, remember, should. It's about recommendations. It's like, ¿qué debería? ¿Qué deberían hacer los políticos para mejorar el país? That is the
They
question. Uh-huh. Okay, so then recommendations. Recuérdese, sorry for the Spanish, pero estamos hablando de recomendaciones. Si usted le daría recomendaciones al gobierno, a los políticos, ¿qué deberían hacer para mejorar el país? ¿Deberían de hacer esto? ¿Deberían de hacer lo otro? ¿O qué deberían hacer? ¿O no deberían de hacer nada? What do you think?
Okay,
They should.
I don't know, the security for
But
the place.
remember that, yes, remember, yes, when you have should or when you have to, had better, you need a verb. They should implement. They should create. They ought to increase salary, right? For example, another one, let me see. They ought to bring more international companies. Good. A lot of activities, and you need a verb. Yes. So this is what we're gonna do. Some scenarios, and what would you recommend?
They should make more school.
They should.
Make more school.
Very nice, right? They. I think that in the education, they better. It's not should or ought to. It's they better. They better. Let me see. Prepare teachers in our education, right? They better prepare teachers because yeah, the education is bad, but sometimes the teachers are not prepared for the education. Okay, they better prepare teachers. At the same time, I think they should provide some incentive to the education, right? So there are many things that they should do. And
they shouldn't steal our money.
Very good, right? They shouldn't take the money. Good, very nice. I have another one here, Rocio Guerra. Here, this one. This one, don't pay attention. Give me this one. Rocio?
The read. The read. Read the question.
Read it, yes.
Show is.
Remember, should, never show. Should.
Should.
No, next question.
Okay. What should you do in eighth grade?
What should you do? You do. What should you do in an earthquake? What is an earthquake? Earthquake? What is that?
Terremoto.
Yeah, earthquake. What should we do when you have this emergency? What is the recommendation? You should run on the street, maybe?
No.
You shouldn't, right? Okay. You shouldn't, exactly, recommendation. How about a typhoon? A typhoon is like a hurricane. It's a hurricane, right? A typhoon, a lot of water and wind, that is a typhoon. Yes. Let me see. And we have a lot of, these ones do not pay attention. We have other things like this one. It says, I want to make more money. Good. So I have some questions here, but mainly about this one, giving some recommendations. So I send it to the group. It's the first link that I sent today that we need to discuss. We have many things to do in pairs, but I need to make sure that all of you have the audio, because sometimes I put, like, for example, Rafael and let's say Hugo, but then Rafael is not connected. So then Rafael disconnect the call. But I need to make sure that all of you are in, and we need to practice. Like, let me see. Eric, can you listen, Eric?
Yes, teacher.
Perfect. All right. Let me see. Irene, can you listen? Irene? Irene, are you there? Maybe not. Okay. Eunice, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. There you go. Eunice, how about you?
Teacher, I have a problem.
What is it?
I am work.
You are at work. Okay, all right. And Peter, can you listen? We haven't listened, Peter, for a while, okay? And then the rest are here, good. So James, can you communicate right now, James? Jaime? Okay, I'm gonna do it manually then. So then I don't send you, so 21. So in trios, I'm gonna assign manually. Just give me a moment. I'm creating. I'm sorry, I'm doing manually. So you can have a partner to practice because I can see a lot of disconnections. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and practice those questions. Here we go. In pairs, and there's only one group of three, the ones that are working, like James and Eunice. Irene. Hello, Irene, can you hear me? There she is. Peter and Enrique.
Hola.
Hello?
Nadie habló en mi sesión.
Who were you working with?
Cristian.
He's not there?
Pues yo estaba diciendo hola, hola y nada.
Yeah, that's the part that we need to work on, right? Yes, I think I'm gonna write in the group, yes. Sí, porque siento que hay muchos que están así como conectados, pero en realidad no,
Pero
no hay
no
audio, no hay,
presente.
ajá, eso voy a escribir después. Lo voy a enviar
A mí
como,
A
hola.
mí se me dificulta encender la cámara porque lo veo desde el cel, pero sí estoy presente.
Ok, sí, claro. El hecho de eso de participar lo importante, pero a veces no hay ni cámara ni audio. Entonces, es lo que tenemos que, voy a escribir el grupo más después de la clase.
Okay.
Okay,
Bueno.
let me send you to another group. Okay, so that will be 3. Okay. Can you see the invitation?
Hi. Teacher,
Hello? Yes?
I asked, but nadie contestó.
Yes, I
Nobody?
say hello. And I say hello.
Oh, okay. Andrea, how about Adele and Andrea? James, maybe James is working, but how about you two? Andrea and Adele. Did you practice already?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
No. Yeah.
Okay, yes. What is the first question, Adele? What is the first question for Andrea?
The first question, a moment.
It's in the group.
Yes, yeah, I have a link. What advice can you give me to improve my cooking? This question is about the link do you send?
That I sent?
Yeah. It's the same to the last do you send or the first?
Yeah, the first one that I sent. Yeah.
The homework.
No, the other one. Let me go back and check. The one that I sent today, right before the class. So let me go ahead and check it out.
Just sent a video in YouTube, and next to the question that I ask, speaking
This one.
situation.
That one? Can you click on that one?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
ESL conversation is the
That
same.
it's the same link, but when you click there, the first question, it says, for example, what are some things that you should do? Okay. When you meet, your boyfriend's or girlfriend's parents, and the other one, it says, what you should do to improve your English? What should you do to be popular?
In order.
Yeah, in order, or not necessarily in order, not a problem. Yes.
Okay, I don't ask this because in the class ask the
All
same
right.
question. I changed the question.
Perfect, not a problem. Yes. So you have a lot of questions. Yes. Okay. So what is the question? What should I what is the question again?
What advice can you give me to improve my cooking?
Okay, good.
I'm not sure, wait.
What should I advise? What advice? What should I do to improve your cooking? Okay. For example, you should cook with your mother or your grandmother. They're really good chef. You should watch videos on YouTube, right? Everything is there. Okay. You should take some classes. I don't know, Andrea.
Ah, ok, ya encontré
Uh-huh.
la pregunta, es que no la entendía. Advance,
Advice
advance.
is like
Why,
consejos. Yes. Go ahead.
what did it mean? Consejos.
Consejos, right? To improve my cooking.
Sorry, I
Yes.
can cooking, but
You should
you
remember.
should,
You
yeah.
should. You better.
Meter el should es lo que me cuesta o el
Uh-huh.
o los otros.
What is the question, Eric?
Yes.
What is your question? Uh-huh.
Ahorita digo cuál es. ¿Dónde estoy? What is the people be happy?
What should people do to be happy? Okay.
To be happy.
Uh-huh. What are some recommendations?
En Spanish, I'm sorry. Yo le digo que a mí lo que me cuesta es cómo incorporarlo del should, porque for me más fácil decir the person to be happy, to sing, to dance, scream, clean, riding.
Yeah, pero ahí no está dando una recomendación o un consejo, simplemente está como, ¿cómo le diría? Hablando de manera
general.
General, no está dando. Recuérdense que en este caso solo necesita el sujeto que es el you, they, we, you, they, right? I, you, they. For example, if it is plural, ellos, they, then we need we need the modal verb like should, they should, and then you need the verb, the action, right? For example, they should sing, right? Music. Okay. Deberían de cantar música, okay? They should watch videos, okay? They should go to places, okay? Or oughta, remember ought to. Remember, you can also say ought to. It's the same. You only use like they ought to. For example, played sports, okay? Deberían de jugar algún deporte para desestresarse y pasarla bien, right? So they oughta play sports. Entonces necesita un sujeto, necesita el verbo modal que es should y luego el verbo principal. Okay, now Eric, now tell me sentences. Okay, what should people do to be happy? Uh-huh. What should people do to be happy? Tell me.
They should sing.
Sing. They should sing. Uh-huh.
They should sing music. They should, what do you say, escalar?
Climb.
Climb. They should is to play soccer.
They should play soccer, all right, like that. Remember that no solo es should, también puede ser en cuestiones, puede ser una recomendación en negativo. Like this one, shouldn't, right? No deberían de quedarse en casa todo el día, right? Eso, la gente se pone triste. They shouldn't stay at home, right? They shouldn't. No deberían de aislarse, right? They shouldn't isolate. So you can give a negative as well. And you can also say ought to, que es exactamente lo mismo que should. Estos dos significan lo mismo. Ought to y should es el mismo significado. Si yo digo, por ejemplo, they should play soccer, okay? Or they ought to play soccer. The same, no problem. Okay? Continue with the questions. Xavier, are you there?
Yes, I'm
Okay,
here.
okay, continue. Yes, continue with Eric. Hello? Hello?
Hola, hello.
Hello, Maurice? Uh-huh.
Hello.
What happened? No conversation or finish? Or what happened?
I think we was practice by ourselves.
Ourselves? Okay. But the idea is to ask the questions to Irene and to you, vice versa. Like some of the questions, for example, it says, what should I do to improve English? That's one of the questions.
Oh, but I don't know if Irene is there.
Yes, I'm there.
Yes. Okay, she's there. Yeah, the idea is to practice. Yes. Go ahead. Ask any of the questions.
Okay. Wait.
Okay.
Let me see. Irene, what are something you should do when you first met your boyfriend's parents?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, teacher. No he entendido muy bien. Me cuesta un poco.
Ok. Tiene que dar recomendaciones de utilizando el should, el ought to o had better, lo que vimos ayer. El should son recomendaciones, digamos, normales, igual que el ought to, y el had better es cuando una recomendación urgente, una recomendación fuerte, que si no se sigue esa recomendación, algo malo va a pasar. Lo que Mauricio le está preguntando es, por ejemplo, si ¿qué debería hacer cuando usted conoce la familia de su novio por primera vez? ¿Qué debería hacer? Usted dice, debería portarme o debería ser amigable, debería de llevar algo, aunque sea pan, debería de socializar con todos ellos, ¿ok? I don't know.
I should bring a gift.
Exactly like that. I should bring a gift. I should be friendly with all of them. I should know about them, right? And or for example, I shouldn't use bad language or profanity language. Okay. I should dress, let's say casual, right? Casual, not very formal, but not very informal, like in the middle. Okay. Or maybe, for example, I should help my mother-in-law with the dishes or something, or cooking, right? I think those are the things.
I should be a friendly girl.
Again? I should?
I should be a friendly.
Uh-huh. Yes, I should be friendly with all of them. Like, hello, sir. Hi, ma'am. How you doing? Good. Nice to meet you. Friendly. Yes.
Okay.
Maurice, other question? Other question to Irene. But the idea is to practice as much as we can. Go ahead. Another question.
Okay. Irene, what are something you should do to improve your English?
I should practice more.
Okay. What else? 3 recommendations, minimum 3.
I should read more. Should read more.
I should read more. Yes.
Okay, and what do
I
you?
should practice with my
Todo
No
comedian.
Spanish, no Spanish, in English, Okay.
Sorry.
What are the questions?
What food should people eat a lot of to be healthy? And I should have, they shouldn't eat pupusas every day.
Exactly. No, they shouldn't.
Every day.
Yeah.
Once a week is okay, but
Yeah.
every day not.
No. It's not. It's that no, right? Yes.
Eliminate no.
Yeah.
Once a week is okay.
Yes. Okay, correct, right? Yeah, I suggest. Say it, Mariela. Suggest.
Suggest
I su
once a
su-
week.
I suggest once a week. Yes. Actually, for example, in my family, sometimes they have on the weekend, right? Pupusas, but I prefer food, normal food. In the morning, if you give me, oh, we have pupusas for breakfast, or do you want eggs, beans, plantain, cream? I will always prefer normal breakfast. I like pupusas, but not too much. It's just beans. Huh?
You don't Salvadorian.
I am Salvadorian. I eat pupusas, but not very often. But depending, right? Okay, yes. What other questions to Jennifer? Other questions? I want to listen to Jennifer. Another question? Jacqueline, ask a question
What,
to,
what advice can you give me to improve my cooking?
There you go. Jacqueline, go ahead.
A ver.
What advice can you give me to improve my cooking, right? I'm terrible cooking. I can't cook. So what do you recommend? You
I'm too
should.
terrible cooking.
Okay. But what do you recommend to
But
Jennifer?
you should see videos of recipe
Recipes, okay.
or you should um, learn in a academy
Okay.
to cook. Only that.
Okay. Another question now. Now, Jacqueline, ask a question to Mariela.
Okay. I don't know what I want to do in the future. What should I do?
Good question, right? I don't know what I want to do in the future. What should I do?
You should take a exam of qualities.
Or qualities?
Examen de cualidades, ¿sabes?
Or like skills. You should take skills exam, maybe. Okay. What else? You should maybe study at the university and you should study this career. You should learn, if you don't want to study, you should learn something, right? Or maybe learn another language. A lot of recommendations. What else, Mariela?
You should see recommendation of different careers.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
You shouldn't stay quiet.
Good. Now, Mariela, ask a question to Jennifer. Mariela, ask a question to.
What should do? What should you do an earthquake?
Yeah, what you should do in an earthquake. Earthquake, everything is moving. What should I do? Okay, Jennifer, give us some recommendations.
You should had better not run at the time.
Okay, but remember when you say you should, está dando una recomendación y had better es otra recomendación. No podemos llevar, digamos, dos modales juntos. Si usted selecciona should, no puede seleccionar ningún otro. No puede seleccionar ought to ni had better. Son dos cosas diferentes.
Okay.
Ajá.
You had better not run at that time.
Exactly. You better not, right? You better not run. Exactly like that. Correct. Good. Another one. You better be calm, maybe, right? And relax. Okay.
You should keep calm.
You should keep calm. Very
Keep
good.
calm.
Keep calm. Yes.
You have better window and object that conform.
Okay. You, for example, you better move from windows and air conditioners, things that can fall. Okay. Good. Another question. Now, Jennifer, ask a question, another question to Jacqueline, and so on and so on.
For a study for reference, they every day.
Okay.
And the,
Continue. Sorry.
the teacher is here.
Yes. Okay. I'm watching you. What is the question?
We finished this question.
All the questions?
No, I just saw a UFO.
Okay.
Give me some advice.
UFO is like an omni. Omni. Advice. What should I do? You should take a picture, right? You should tell everybody. I had something.
You are go to doctor. Psychiatry.
You ought to go to psychiatrists. Okay.
Yes.
Because that's not right. Okay.
Say no to drugs.
Say no to drugs. Okay. All right. Yes.
You have
Hello. Finish? Did you finish?
You visited
You oughta visit.
you are a visit la Plan de la Laguna Coffee.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes. I sent you some a picture that we need to find some mistakes. Okay, let me give you this before we go into that. Right, we're gonna work the last part on doing some exercises. But for example, I have seen some like this one. Let me grab it here so and tell me like yes, you said people say you should let me see. Good. Let me see. Mariela, is this correct? You should to go to the beach to relax.
Correct. You
Correct.
should go the beach.
Okay, very nice. So yes, with the modal verbs like this one, or another example that I saw is like, remember this, a contraction, and you said, you better, what? To do exercise. Good, I heard this. You better to do exercise. Is this correct? Let me see, Jennifer, is this right? Jennifer?
No, correct.
What is the correct?
You have better do exercise.
Exactly. We don't use preposition to. Never, never. All the modal verbs. We have this one's modal. All the modals, the modal verbs, like for example, this one, should, can. Okay, let me see. Can, maybe another modal verb, which is would. You can also say like could. Never preposition to. Never use preposition to. Never. You cannot say I should to plan. It's incorrect. Never. We don't say like that. You better to eat. No, never. But we have an example. This one. How about the other one? This one. For example, we, let me see. How about here? For example, let me see. Michael, is this correct? We out eat healthy. Is this correct?
No, no.
What is the correct?
We are out. We are out at healthy.
Eat. Yes, and this case, this is the only exception, right? That you need to have preposition to. Is the only exception because out to is like that. We oughta eat healthy. Equal should. So should and oughta is the same. Yes. So those are some common mistakes. Or, for example, I saw another one, for example, like this one. She, let me see. This one. Jamilet, is this correct? She better to not drive fast.
No.
What is it?
She better not drive fast.
Like that, right?
Don't use to.
No preposition to, exactly. No preposition to, except out to, except here. Then yes, but the rest, never preposition to. And remember that the rule is like always, you need to have a subject. You need to have a subject like I, we, you, they, he, she, it. After the subject, you need to have a modal verb. What is a modal verb? It's like a should, ought to, or had better. And you need to have a verb, an action verb, right? It's mandatory. If you don't have a verb, so the sentence is not correct. Like you should, you know, let's say money. You should money, but that's not the sentence, right? You should make more money, and then you need a complement. And then that's it. So you need to have a subject and a modal verb and a verb and a complement. That is the rule. I sent you, for example, to the group. I sent it to the group, but we're gonna do it individually in the last here. Can you see it? I send you a picture in the group. Let me see. I don't know if you can see it. Everybody, can you see it? It's in the group. It's in the WhatsApp group. I send it to the WhatsApp. Let me go here.
Dear son.
Dear son. Yeah, I saw that I sent it in this way, but you need to turn it around. But and it says, dear son. In this case, you need to read this short paragraph and you need to correct 6 mistakes. For example, Sophie, can you read the first one? Can you read the first mistake? Can you read it, please? Sophie?
Let me see.
It says, read the letter, find and correct 6 mistakes. The first mistake is already corrected, so you need to find 5 mistakes more.
I'll read the letter.
Yeah, read it, please. Dear son.
Dear son, we are so happy to hear about your new job. Congratulations. Just remember, you shouldn't work too hard.
Thank you. All right. It says here, you shouldn't to work too hard. What is the mistake? What is the error?
Preposition to and at work.
Exactly, right? You shouldn't to work. So you need to eliminate preposition to. So you continue. Let me see, Hugo, continue reading. The most important. Hugo, continue.
Okay. One admitted.
Okay, let's gonna go and fix. So you know what to do, right? So do you
I
understand
had a
what
problem
with
with the
the
image.
image?
Yes.
And the cell phone will be a little bit difficult, but then you can try. Yes, not a problem. So what we're gonna do is like try to find 6 mistakes. So the number 1, shouldn't to work, is done. So you need to find 5 more, 5 mistakes more, but you need to read it. So let me see, we have 6 minutes. I think in 6 minutes, yes, we can work it out. We're gonna go right now. We're 21, 3. Yes. Yeah, I know. I can hear someone reading, which is good, right? Now it's gonna be like trios and fix it, right? Go ahead. You need to find 6 mistakes, but read the paragraph and find the mistakes. Go ahead. You have you have around 5 minutes to do it. Go, everybody, accept the invitation and complete it. Mariela, Rafael, Andrea, Eunice, Rafael, Mariela, Eunice.
from home. Should we send any of your books?
Finished? Did you
Yes.
correct the 6 mistakes?
Yes, creo que sí.
Sí.
Okay, we're gonna let me see, we're gonna go back to the room, so I'm gonna call everybody. Finish, Jamie? Jennifer?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Almost done.
Almost done? Okay. Did you find the 6 mistakes? 6, right? Let me see. I think everybody's coming in 10 seconds. Okay, good. Let me see. We said at the beginning, the first one is, I'm reading. It says, we're so happy to hear about your new job. Congratulations. Just remember, you shouldn't to work too hard. So the mistake number 1 is you shouldn't to work. So no preposition to, right? Then let's continue. It says, Jamie, continue reading.
The most important thing right now is your schoolwork. Maybe you only gotta, you need the preposition to or up to work.
Ara, but when you say ara, it's like our two together. Remember that.
Ara.
Remember that when you cry, you need to cry out too. But speaking, ara.
Yep.
So what is the correct here? It's
ara. It's ara work.
Ara work. In this case, you don't need to cry ara. You need to cry out to. Out to work. Yes.
To work.
Out to work 2 days a week instead of 3. So that's mistake number 2. Let's go with number 3. Thank you, Jamie. Let me get someone. Let me get someone to read it. Xavier, continue. Also, Xavier. Okay, Hugo. Thank you, Hugo. Go ahead.
Okay. Also, within you better ask your boss for time of during exam.
Good. Is there a mistake or is correct?
Is correct.
Is correct, right? You better ask. Is correct. Yes. Thank you. Let me see. Next, Rafael, continue reading.
That way, you have plenty of time to study. You will better give this a lot of careful thought, okay?
Thought. Careful thought. Is there a mistake or is correct?
You will better is a mistake. I think that must be you had better give this a lot of careful thought.
Thought. Yeah, that's mistake number 3. Let's go with number 4. Let me see. Let me get someone. Okay. Xavier, are you there, Xavier? No, Maurice. Go ahead, Maurice. Thank you. We're almost done. We just confirmed this and then we're done. Maurice, next.
Where we are, sorry.
It says a careful thought. Okay, please.
Okay, please take good care of yourself. You not better start skipping meals.
Thank you. Is there a mistake or is correct?
Let me see. Let me remember. You take a good
You
care
not
of
better?
yourself.
Is that correct or is there a mistake?
We think is not correct because it's you better not.
Exactly. Very nice. Those are mistake number 4. Let's go with mistake number 5. Mariela, continue.
And you definitely shouldn't work at night.
Is that correct or is there a mistake?
Is there a mistake?
What is it?
And you shouldn't
Shouldn't.
and you shouldn't work at night.
Work, never past, right? Remember the
Work.
verb is original. Work, work. Thank you. And the last one, but not the last, Jacqueline. Are your age?
Are you are you
Okay. I think she got disconnected. Okay, let me get someone to help. Let me see. Natalie, read it, finish it. At your age? Natalia? Okay, Andrea? Rocio?
Give me 1 second, teacher.
Mm-hmm.
What Rocio? Number 1 or number 2?
Okay, number 1, Rocio Guerra.
Okay. At your age, you will better get a good night's sleep. Do you need anything from home?
Mm-hmm.
You will send any of your books?
Let us know.
Let us know.
Is there a mistake? You will better get a good night's sleep. Is that correct or is there a mistake?
Mistake.
What is it?
Better.
The word will.
Will, exactly. Instead of it's had better. You had better
better.
or you
better.
Yes.
Great, we're finished. I know it's time. Yes, it's more than time, but thank you. Yeah, but practice this, right? Practice this because we will need it about giving recommendations. Thank you. I see you tomorrow. Have a great night and rest a lot. Thank you, everybody. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye, teacher.
thank you.
Bye
See you
bye. Take
tomorrow.
care. Bye bye.